Tonight, Action News Now continues tracking breaking news from Redding, where a fuel spill closed down several streets much of the day and kept people in some neighborhoods in their homes. Now, it happened this morning when a fuel tanker crashed on East and Pine Streets. Action News Now reporter Esteban Reynoso is live at the crash site with the very latest. How is the fuel spill looking tonight, Esteban?
This street looks a lot different than it did a few hours ago, Alan. Go ahead and take a look right behind me. What was once a very, very active scene here with crews washing the streets, making sure that all the spilled fuel is getting cleaned up. They're now gone here, but the roads remain closed. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera just a little bit here so you could see the red and blue flashing lights. This is Pine Street here in Redding, and it still remains closed even though crews are not out here at the moment. Roads near neighborhoods that were told to shelter in place for hours now back open. Crews working to clear up anything remaining from this. A tanker that flipped on its side carrying over 7,500 gallons of fuel and spilling some of that strong scented fuel onto Redding streets. Homeowners able to finally breathe a fresh sigh of relief. Hi, my name is Esteban. I'm a news reporter with Action News Now. We tried to speak with neighbors tonight about being sheltered in their home for this incident, but none of them wanted to share their experiences. One neighbor told Action News Now off camera it was a small amount of time and are glad the spill is getting taken care of.
We're trying to tell people to stay away from the general area and stay inside. That way we don't get any of those extra risks, and it helps us if something were to happen.
Shasta County released this notice urging against river activities until further notice.
Every time that there's a spill, we ask the public to keep at a safe distance.
And other parks 30 miles downstream had the same idea. Although River Park here in Red Bluff was closed for just under an hour because of the fuel spill, one woman I spoke with says she's worried about the wildlife that live in and on the river.
Really angry. You know, we eat those fish. You know, it just, instead of just letting it just wash on down, they need to do something about it.
No one wants to see birds being oiled. Nobody wants to see the fish impacted. But we ask the public, don't approach it. It's a wild animal. You could hurt the animal, or it could hurt you.
I know accidents happen, but I think that one could have been prevented.
The Department of Fish and Wildlife was out near Sacramento River rescuing and cleaning any wildlife that was impacted out there. Shasta County tells me that they had, of the 7,700 roughly gallons that were spilled, that were held by the tanker that flipped over here, about 4,000 spilled onto the streets. Live in Redding, Esteban Reynoso, Action News Now coverage you can count on.
Thank you, Esteban. Now, the woman driving the tanker was sent to the hospital with minor injuries at the time of the crash early this morning.